Hello everyone, and in this video I want to share with you the lesson don't be too protective or shooting of others. As previous videos, firstly I will read this text and then I will explain the meaning of several keywords in this text for you. Okay, let's start reading with me. Don't be too protective or shooting of others. No one wants their loved one to be unlucky, but when the bad situation occurs, let them take charge of their own lives. We should just instruct them to live an independent life. It is trying to prevent them from doing what they want that creates the real danger, and that makes us more anxious all the time. Some people are always suffering because they worry about possible danger to themselves, their loved ones, and their children. People are even more scared when they don't have much work to worry about. As President Franklin Roosevelt once said, sometimes fear is worse than what scares you. Confining yourself at home, preventing children from playing sports, is not the best solution to prevent danger. Well, it can create another form of danger. And we should reconcile these two states to make wise decisions when needed, but also not to be anxious or fearful towards the things that make our lives more worth living. Yes, I already finished to read this lesson. And in here, I want to ask you, do you agree with this lesson? If you do not agree or you agree, please tell us now and why you agree or do not agree about this lesson. Okay. And next part about learning vocabularies, right? I also call keywords. Yeah. In one text, if you want to fully understand that text or script, right, you need to understand the keywords. Yeah, and in here, I select several keywords. And I also consider the vocabularies we need to learn and understand the meaning. And for the first word I want to share with you, the word independent, it is adjective, right? And for this word, you need to stretch the third syllable. Pen, okay, independent, yeah. And here, the meaning in Vietnamese. Independent, it means confident and free to do things without needing help from other people. And we have one example like this. Going away to college has made me much more independent. Going away to college is mean that you enter college, right, to study. So you did not live with your parents anymore, and you live alone and cook by yourself, right, and do everything by yourself, and did not need the help from your parents. So that's why going away to college has made you much more independent, right? You did not depend on your parent anymore, and you can do everything by yourself. Okay. And for the second word, anxious, right? Yeah. For the word anxious, yeah, you need to start the first syllable ang. Okay. Anxious. Okay. Anxious. Anxious it means you the feeling, right? Worries or nervous. Okay. You have the feelings that you are worry or nervous or something. I say that you are anxious. And we have one example like this. The bus was late and I began to get anxious, right? Okay. The bus was late. Okay, so in here you can understand that perhaps you need to get into, right, the bus to go to some place, because the bus was late, right, and did not come to the place you was waiting at the right time. So that's why you had the feeling that you were nervous, right, and you began to get nervous or anxious. Yeah. Okay. And for the next word, suffer. It is verb. Yes. Suffer, and for this word you need to stretch the first syllable. Suffer. Okay. Suffer. Okay. And do you remember in the text, I used the word suffer in verb, but it is in continuous verb, right? Okay, suffering. Yeah. Suffer is meant to be badly affected by a disease, pain, sad feelings, a lack of something, etc. And we have an example in here. I hate to see animals suffering. Okay. And for the next word, confine in the verb. Actually, for this word, I do not often use, but I think it is key words in this text and also useful words you need to understand clearly so you can apply in writing or in speaking. Confine, and for this word you need to stress the second syllable, fine, okay, confine. And for this the meaning in Vietnamese, right? And I translate this meaning according to the background of this text. So to understand clearly the meaning of one word, I recommend you should see explanation the meaning of that word in English, such as like this, right? Confine is meant to keep somebody or something inside the limits of particular activities, subject, area, etc. And we have an example how we use the word confine like this. Let's confine our attention to the problem of illegal drugs. In here, right? You and your team member are discussing, right? Are discussing to find out the solution to solve, right? To find out the solution to solve the problem related to illegal drugs. And for some members, right, they give opinions, but for that opinion, right, it is not related to illegal drugs. So that's why you this sentence to say, let's confine our attention to the problem of illegal drugs. Yeah, and for all of opinion, right, I should mention about this topic, illegal drugs. Yeah, and we discussed to find out the solution, right, to handle this problem. And for the final words, I want to share with you the words reconcile in the verb, right? And for this word, you need to stress the first syllable, okay, reconciles. Yeah. Reconcile is meant to find an acceptable way of dealing with two or more ideas, needs, etc. that seem to be opposed to each other. And here's an example, right? How we use the word reconciles to create one sentence. It was hard to reconcile his career ambition with the needs of his children. Yeah, I agree with this sentence actually that if you want to succeed in your careers, you need to spend so much time for working as well as for learning to improve your ability. So if you spend so much time for working, right, so you do not spend enough time to take care of your children. So that's why it was hard to reconcile your career ambition with the needs of your children. Yeah. And thanks for watching this video and see you again in next video in Learning English with me.